I'm speaking here a few days after Labour's 2015 general election defeat. There's been a lot of analysis and a lot of talk about why we lost. Some have suggested that were it not for the terrible results we got in Scotland, that we would be in office right now. There's no doubt about it, we have got to do better in Scotland next time. But our defeat in Scotland was compounded by what happened here in England. Of the 80 Conservative seats we were targeting, we made a net gain of just 4 last Thursday. We've got to do better than that if we want to win next time. In fact, of the 10 seats we won in the 3 southern regions of England in 2010, we lost 2. So that defeat in Scotland was compounded by our failure in England, and it was actually here that David Cameron got his majority, which put government out of sight for us. Now, I've come here to Swindon. There were 2 Conservative seats we were targeting here to talk to our parliamentary candidate for Swindon North, Mark Dempsey. And I just wanted to find out from you, Mark, what happened and why, in your view, here?
We had 2 key seats here, Swindon North and Swindon South. In Swindon North, we faced a deficit of 7,000 votes, but surprisingly, we saw a swing against us, which means we now see a deficit of 11,000 votes.
Right.
And the same picture in Swindon South, where we had a deficit of 3,000 votes, which is now a deficit of 6,000 votes. And I think we saw our vote drawn in 2 different directions. Our working class vote was drawn towards UKIP, and our middle class vote was drawn towards the Conservatives, and I think that's the reason why we saw that swing against us in these 2 seats.
Right. So since Thursday, since the general election defeat, I wanted to speak not only to parliamentary candidates like Mark in areas like this where we unfortunately didn't win. I've managed to speak to almost half of the 80 candidates standing in those Conservative seats we were targeting. I've also spoken to many parliamentary colleagues and other stakeholders in the Labour Party. I wanted to do that first before saying anything about my intentions with regards to the leadership of the Labour Party. I also wanted to frankly get out of London and say what I was going to do here, because of course we've got to be winning in a place like Swindon. So I'm pleased today to be announcing that I will be standing for the leadership of the party. I think we can and we should be winning in seats like in Swindon, north, south, east, west. We can absolutely do it as a party. Some have actually suggested over the last few days that somehow this is now a 10-year project to get the Labour Party back into office. I don't think we can have any truck with that at all. I think the Labour Party can do it in 5 years. I want to lead that effort as part of a really big Labour team, getting Labour back into office and changing this country, building a fairer, more equal society. That's why we all joined the party in the first place.